Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to the Broncos Buzz on the MHRT network. This is a show that is everything Broncos and brought to you with emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, my comments, Spence's comments, your comments in the chat. We are Broncos Buzz. All right, guys. It's going to be a great show, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's going to be fantastic. So sit back, enjoy it, relish in the topics. Let's just put it that way. And it's going to be fun. I do have a very negative jackass of the week. I hate to bring it in, but I got to be honest. I got to do. Somebody is a jackass of the week. I got to bring it in, regardless what team it is. All right. Before we get into the show, Spence, how was your week? And are you ready for Halloween next Friday? Oh, by the way, next Friday, guys, is Halloween. Unfortunately, we are not going to be doing the show because we will be handing out candy to the young little hoodlums. I mean, excuse me. Young little kids that come by in their cute little outfits, and we give them candy, or we go out and do whatever people do that don't have kids. So we are not doing the show on October 31st, next Friday, but we will be back 2 weeks from tonight on November 7th. Okay, just no, wait a minute. Oh, that's December 7th. Never mind. I was thinking I was on Monday. Okay. Okay, yeah, we will be back 2 weeks from tonight on November 7th. Anyways, just wanted to throw that out there. Spence, how was your week, and are you ready for Halloween?
Of course I'm not ready for Halloween. I mean, the kids haven't decided on a costume yet. Got the fall festival I got to race to drop my son off during the show for a quick minute. Everything's going haywire, so basically life is normal here at Casa de la Chaos.
Well, it sounds like it, obviously. Do you do anything? Do you go out with the kids? Are the kids too old for you to go out? Do they even go out? Do you hand out candy, or just shut the house down and pretend like
I love handing out candy. Basically, I get my little fire pit from my backyard, wheel it around to the front, get a nice big TV there, put some sports in, and pass out candy. And I enjoy passing out candy. The kids are just like, Dad, we don't need you following us. Come on, Dad.
Yeah, that's cool. You got a good, friendly neighborhood that encourages kids to come by?
Oh, yeah. We're in a great community, newly built back in 2017.
Nice.
Enjoy this neighborhood. A lot of great people here and a lot of kids. And every once in a while, they bus in about 100 kids, and we're just like, okay, bring them.
now you're oversaturated, no doubt about it. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna sit down on the driveway, have some music going, fire pit going. Next door neighbor comes over and they hang out and have a couple of glasses of wine, and they usually bring over hors d'oeuvres and stuff like chips and dip or bean dip, whatever, that kind of stuff. And it's really good. It's really a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Really enjoy it. So once again, guys, enjoy your Halloween, whatever you guys do. Please be safe. We want to see you here on November 7th and Fridays beyond that. So stay safe. Enjoy your Halloween, but we will not be doing a show that night. We will be handing out candy to the sweet little hoodlums. Dogs. Dogs. All right, let's get into the very first topic. And oh my gosh, what a topic it is. This topic. Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. We have to start out with the chat. We can't just start.
Yeah, come on. You jumping the gun here on me?
No, well, I'm just excited about what happened a few days ago. Starting out batting leadoff, David Yonkin 9891 says, evening, everyone. Just to let you guys know that I'm going in for what? Going in for surgery on Monday. Doctors say nothing major. Oh my gosh, dude. David, prayers and thoughts go to you deeply. I wish you all the best. You say that the doctors say it's nothing major. Anytime you go into surgery, I wish you all the best, man. I really do wish you all the best. Wow.
David,
Well,
is that a little lipo you need, or a little chin lift? Is that what the little surgery is, or not?
That was just a shock right out of the gate.
Hey, David, hope everything's all right. Just make sure you stay hydrated afterwards and get well soon.
Absolutely. Want to see you back here on the 7th of November. I think we got a new person here, Vic.
No, that's somehow this is doing a different, it's reading the different names. It's reading their call symbol and not victory lap. Instead, it's saying
Vic. Oh, okay. Yo, fellas, what is up? Nice to have you as always. Yeah, it's doing the numbers. I forgot to hit my silent. Sorry about that. See, David Yonke said that's not me this week. So I don't know what's going on with the chat right now. This is weird.
That's okay.
Where is Mudungus when we need him? Cameron Parker. No. No, I mean, where is he to fix all of this? Cameron Parker says, hello, Mrs. Doubtfire.
No, you got to do it right. Hello.
I don't know that. I don't
really?
know that. Anyway,
90s,
no, I don't. What is going on with the chat? I have no idea who 93 Navman is. This is weird. This is really weird, but I'm just going to go ahead and call it out, and you guys tell me who you are. So, Cameron Parker says, God bless Bo Nix. Well, Amen. It's a little bit more than Bo Nix, Cam. It was the hands of Cortland Sutton. It was the hands of Troy Franklin on that deflection. Cortland Sutton almost got in the way of the ball that was caught at the 48-yard line down the middle. I mean, yeah, those were great passes, great accurate passes, great run by Bo Nix into the end zone. We'll get into that, but I can't take these. I can't take these fourth quarter things. I can't take these, man.
Cameron Bills.
I know who you are, Cameron, but it says 5995. That never comes up on your thing, you know.
Hey, Clayton, how you doing?
Oh, sorry. Clayton Ron goes, hey, what the heck? Clayton Ron says, hey, guys. I say, hey, what's up? He says, smash that like button and share, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt. No doubt. Guys, love every one of you in the chat. Hope you've had a wonderful week. Hope you're going to have a great weekend. And just remember, guys, since we're not doing the show next Friday, we can't remind you, a week from Sunday is
daylight savings. So you got
no, it's not daylight savings. It's going back to standard. It's fallback. So you turn your clock backwards 1 hour. So we're going to say it this week. We're going to remind you that not this Sunday, but November 2nd. Yeah, November 2nd. 1st,
before you guys go to sleep, make sure you set your clocks back 1 hour, and you're going to get that extra hour of sleep.
There you go. There you go.
I got your back on this one.
I appreciate it.
Here, you can have mine if that'll help you.
There you go. Okay, let's get into the first topic. And oh my gosh, I have not been so excited. Well, let me back up. I have not been so frustrated, so hopeful, and so elated as I was last Sunday. Now, sure, Super Bowls, that's one thing. I'm talking about regular season. This team looked totally destroyed in the first three quarters. Couldn't manage anything. Trailed 19-0 entering the fourth quarter. Okay, so it's 19-8. And then it's 26-8 with 10 minutes left. And I'm thinking, all right, well, at least we didn't get shut out. And then it grows. And then it grows even more. And then the Broncos take the lead. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, all we got to do is stop them. Nope. Don't stop them. And now I'm freaking out because I'm thinking we came all the way back only to lose. No. Final score 33-32. I'll get into some detail about that in just a moment. But before I do, Spence, where was your emotions in this game? How did you feel about this game? And if at any point did you feel the Broncos had an inkling of making this a game, let alone win it? What do you think?
Well, I think this just proves my theory that I started screaming and yelling about after week 3. The Broncos need to play better in the fourth quarter. The first 3 weeks, they had only scored 10 points in the fourth quarter, 7 points on a touchdown against Tennessee, 3 points against the Chargers. Since that time, they have scored 58 points in the fourth quarter. This is how you win ball games. It's not how you perform necessarily in the first 3 quarters. It's how you perform in the fourth quarter. 33 points is the second most points in NFL history in the fourth quarter. Detroit had scored 34 points, but it's the most points scored by a team entering the fourth quarter with a goose egg on the scoreboard. So what does all this mean? I think it means there's 3 components here. One, I don't think the Broncos were really ready for this game. I think London had them all out of sorts. They were discombobulated over in London when they played against the Jets. They got back. They weren't all together. 2, I think defensively, we underestimated the Giants big time. We were not prepared. We didn't look. I mean, how many blown coverages did we see? How many tight ends got wide open? How many screen passes were there that it just like, come on, stop them? Yards after catch was 140 yards of darts yards were after a catch. Come on, that's not so. Defensively, we were not ready for that game. The defense did come through in the fourth quarter, but the first 3 quarters, they didn't look like they were there. Offensively, this is a team that just does not get off to quick starts. Don't blame them, but they're building momentum. But the encouraging thing is they know how to win now. They are learning. Look at their last 4 games. 7 points in the fourth quarter in week 4 against Cincinnati when they were just trying to run out the clock. 18 points at the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles to come from behind. 3 points the week over there in the Jets. I give them a break for that because going to London, they were not ready. They didn't look prepared. They didn't look like they were on a ready schedule. So I put that out. But 33 points in the fourth quarter when you're down. That is the true test and the true attribute of a champion. This team is developing a championship blend, and it's just going to get better and better. Now they just got to be able to put a complete ball game together. I applaud them for making the comeback in the fourth quarter. I applaud them for showing true grit and gusto. But as Sean Payton said, they've got problems that they've got to work on. And getting those problems worked on in the first 3 quarters so they're not having to scramble to come back and win in the fourth quarter is what this team needs. Look at what Kansas City has done the past few years. They played up to their competition. They played down to their competition. But when it came to the fourth quarter, they were there making a difference. That is the true test of a champion.
Okay, well, I'm going to go on the flip side of what you said. this team cannot constantly come back against solid teams. We have the Dallas Cowboys this Sunday, and we'll get into that towards the end of the show. I cannot put all my eggs in one basket and say, okay, we're gonna, it's gonna be, Tim Tebow time in the fourth quarter. I can't do that. I will have to admit, during the neighborhood, I kept chanting as we got the touch. I kept going, Tebow, because it felt like it. It absolutely felt like it. But this team is not that team. This team is different. We're playing stronger, harder teams. I'm not taking anything away from what Tim Tebow did, because that was fantastic. Those are great games to watch if you only want to watch the fourth quarter. People have asked me, have you gone back and watched this game from Sunday? I said, no. They go, what do you mean you haven't watched it? I said, I ain't watching the first three quarters. I'll watch the fourth quarter, because that's when we turned it on. The problem is this defense cannot be out there that long and expect to contain the opposition in the fourth quarter and allow the Broncos to get on a roll. What I think changed this game was that deflection where Troy Franklin caught that deflection in the end zone for a touchdown. The other momentum switch was the interception when Singletary just blew up Skittles or Skittles or whatever his name is, and blew him up in the backfield. And that caused Dart to try and step up, but he couldn't step up. He underthrew, and Stannard picked it off, and that was the second turning point. The other one was the amazing catch, in my opinion, well, several amazing catches by who's
Franklin.
19? Yeah, no, 19.
Oh my God.
I can't remember. Anyways, on the right sideline, Mims, the right sideline to get down there and make that catch. A little bit later, it was the one down the middle that Cortland Sutton almost knocked out of the hands of Mims. And then you had Cortland Sutton making that catch to the sideline, the presence of mind to give the ball to the referee, and they spiked it with 2 seconds left, and then the clutch kick by Lutz. Amazing comeback. I'm totally out of words as to how to describe that game, that feeling. My heart was pounding in that game. That game felt like, to me, like Game 7 of the World Series of my beloved Chicago Cubs against the Cleveland Indians. I mean Guardians. Well, back then it was the Indians, so I'm correct. It felt like that. My heart was in my throat. I was speechless at the end of the game. I just don't have any other way to describe it except what you noted, and that is this. The Denver Broncos' unbelievable fourth quarter comeback against the Giants set an NFL record. The 33 fourth quarter points were the most points in the fourth quarter by any team that had been shut out in the first 3 quarters in NFL history. The Broncos are in the record books for a positive thing this time around.
Amen.
Any final comments on that game?
No, but it's a game like this, and we can all say, the Giants are not as good, not this. It's clutch time. How do you perform under clutch time? Do you come through? Do you make mistakes? We were making mistakes the first 3 weeks of the season. Yes, we put ourselves in a hole the last. But
we did have some drastic penalties in that game. We had some serious penalties.
And these are things, and it's good that it's happening now where you can work on them, that you can develop and you can put together and get onto the same page. But showing how clutch you are in the fourth quarter consistently. Look at the last 4 games. The Jets, the Eagles, the Giants, being clutch.
Do you?
I almost wanted to add in there. I mean, we should have been clutch against the Colts if it wasn't for the refereeing. Oh, by the way, I hope Goodell looks at the refereeing for this game because it was a simple 5-letter word. Awful. Oh.
I'll tell you what, we could be. Do you realize if it wasn't for 4 points, we would be 7-0?
If it wasn't for a bad call and a one bad drive, a bad call at Indy and a bad throw on a deep ball at the Chargers where Bo Nix overthrew Cortland Sutton. He connects with Cortland Sutton. We win that game. The referees don't miss that call against the Colts. Mm-hmm. We win that game. I mean, we could be 7-0. We could easily be 3-4 or 2-5 right now.
Yep.
But it's these type of games. No matter the competition, it could be the top of the food chain. It could be a winless team. Mm-hmm. A clutch game like that where you show your brawn and Brit and come back like that in the fourth quarter, that is what develops a culture. That is what develops a winning attitude, and that's what's going to take you a long ways.
Well, you know what? Not only that, but do you realize that this is building confidence in the team. Now, sure, it was a horrible first 3 quarters, but in my opinion, what it's doing is Sean Payton is building like you mentioned, a culture, a winning culture with this team that we haven't had in the last 9 years. We haven't had that. And that's what he's building. Is he happy with the first 3 quarters? Absolutely not. Nobody is. But I'll tell you what, Bo Nix, dude, Bo Nix is a real deal. He is the real deal. And did you see that run outside to the left when he took that direct snap? Well, obviously he takes direct snaps, but he didn't even fake a handoff or nothing. He just went around there. Did you see the block by all people who usually makes a penalty is number 72. Come on.
Bowles?
Come on.
No.
Garrett Bowles. He sealed off the guy who was going to tackle Bo Nix and opened up the gate for allow him to get in. So it was a team effort. It was absolutely amazing. It happened on a particular induction into the Broncos Ring of Fame. We'll get into that once we get back to the chat. You guys have been fantastic in the chat.
But let me say this quickly. You know, if the playoffs were to start today, we would be the 3 seed. Look at the top 5 teams right now in the AFC. The Colts. We had the Colts. We could beat them again, even if we have to go to Indianapolis. New England. New England is not as strong as their record insinuates. I think we could go to New England and beat them or beat them here. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is lucky to be 4-2. They are a mess. Buffalo. Buffalo is not as strong a team as everybody's thinking they are. That's
true, but they still got Josh Allen.
They still have Josh Allen, but if New England can go there and beat them, they've got holes. You got the Chargers, who have offensive line issues, who are a mess. I know they're your second favorite team, but should I call them the LA
first favorite team to hate?
By the way, I gotta give mad respect to the Chargers after those horrible uniforms they wore on Sunday. I mean, where I was calling them the
Don't tell me you like those blues. Do not even tell me you like that.
The deep Charger blue uniforms. My son's a Charger fan. He liked them. I give him mad respect for going back to those. But
the Vikings. I hate to say this because the Vikings are my favorite NFC team. They look with Carson Wentz. They are a mess. That offensive line is. You might as well just not have them there because they are a sieve. They're absolutely porous. They're a sieve. That was a horrible game last night. Absolutely horrible.
All I can say is sushi's on me after the wager I made yesterday. So sushi's on me. If you
after what?
After the wager I made yesterday.
You made a wager? Dude. You
It
bet
was
against
easy money. Minnesota on the road this year's horrible.
Huh? Okay.
By
Anyways.
the way, Dylan, what's happening? How you doing, my friend?
You can't have a favorite AFC or NFC team. You only have one favorite team. I have a favorite. I have an overall favorite team. It's this one right there. But I do like the Vikings. Okay. I'll say Broncos are my number one completely. And when the Broncos or Vikings play, I go for the Broncos. But when the Vikings play anybody else other than the Broncos, I cheer for the Vikings. I cheered for the Vikings last night until they proved otherwise that I needed to cheer for them. And so I turned it off. Anyways, and I went to the Avalanche, who also lost last night.
So you mean the Quebec Nordiques?
They wore the Quebec Nordiques throwback uniform. Did you see that?
I did. I
bet you liked that, huh?
No, because I had a French Canadian girlfriend who was from Quebec, who was a huge fan of them.
Okay, well, you're not married to a French Canadian, are you? Really? It's not Anna, right?
No, not Anna.
Okay.
No. Okay. By the way, David Yonkin, I gotta be a semi-Charger fan, and I gotta admit this.
Oh, see, that's the real Charger, not me. That guy. That guy right there.
Because my son's a Charger fan. I've got to support.
So is my son. Doesn't make me want to be a Charger fan. My grandson, who I adore.
Hey, you want to know something, Bill? The way things are looking up, that final game of the year is going to probably be for the division, if not the number 1 seed or number 2 seed.
Very good point.
Setting up for that.
Very good point. Very good point. Let's see. Golly, the chat is blowing up. You guys are insane. I like this one. Cameron Parker. Wait a minute. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
Cameron Parker says Tebow on Bocaine instead of cocaine. That's good. I like that. Yes, Cameron's still the greatest comeback in NFL history. It absolutely is. Absolutely great. Now, people want to say the Patriots over the Falcons in the Super Bowl, but the Patriots scored within the first 3 quarters. This has never happened in the history of the NFL for a team to be down that many points and come back. Do you realize, guys, we were down 26-8 with 5 minutes and change left, and we won it. God,
we won.
It's the same. David Yonkin says, I just don't think the Broncos are good enough yet to continue to do fourth quarter. I agree. I totally agree. Fourth quarter miracle almost every week. I think they have been lucky so far. You know what? I will agree with you, David Yonkin, in this regard. We are not good enough to continually, and I mentioned it at the very beginning of the show, we're not good enough to continually put the defense out there to allow the Broncos offense to somehow get in gear. We're not that good. We need to have consistency throughout all 4 quarters, and we haven't proven that. We got the Cowboys, who are a much better offense than the Giants. Their defense is horrible, but their offense is much better. I'm very, very nervous about this game Sunday. I'm more nervous about this game against Dallas than I was about the game against the Giants. And I was nervous about the game with the Giants. So that I'll tell you something. But yeah, I'm not feeling good about how we've been playing lately out of the gate. I'm really not.
But hey, to know that we have that mantra and that we have that ability, I know you don't want to keep relying on it, being dependent upon it, and have to pull that rabbit out of the hat every single time. But to know they have that attribute, that's something that you only see in a winning championship team. So
true.
Now they just have to work on the first 3 quarters, getting it all together, putting a solid game from start to finish. Yes, if you look at the Cincinnati game, I think that was their best start to finish game so far this year. They played an amazing first half. Yes, they were ultra conservative in the second half, but you just want to run the clock off against a team that you know is demoralizing. So
right.
I think getting those 2 pieces of the puzzle put together, and this is a time right now where their schedule is really weak compared to their competitors. So This is the time that they can learn, that they can develop, that they can work on their mistakes, and they can fix their problems. So I look as I know we can sit, we could be sitting here going, yeah, we're 2-5, only wins against Tennessee and Cincinnati, and we're just giving. But no, we're 5-2.
Yep.
We're building momentum, and this. Remember, Bill, when we did our predictions at the early part of the season, at this point, I thought we would be 5-2 going into a long winning streak. This is the point.
Yep.
Develop, mature, keep that culture going, work on the little things, become a championship team. Everything's going to fall in place to them. The one thing is, I as I mentioned before, I think that last game of the year is going to be the game of the year.
Last two, we got Kansas City and Chargers.
Well, I'm already counting.
No, Kansas City is Christmas.
Yeah, no, I'm counting that as a loss already because there's no way the NFL is going to let Kansas City lose a home game on Christmas.
Yeah, well, yeah, you would make all the what's her face sad. They won't buy her album.
Make my daughter sad.
David Yonkin, I think you really, I don't know if you nailed this, but I don't like it, but I'll read it anyways. Sean has the leash on Bo until the fourth quarter, and then he tells Bo Nix, go and win the game like he used to do with Drew Brees. I don't like that because what you're doing is you're putting all your eggs in one basket, and sometimes your eggs are going to crack. And when your eggs crack, guess what? You ain't got no more eggs. They're just gone everywhere. So I don't like that. I understand where you're coming from because Drew Brees did that a lot in New Orleans. I just don't like that mindset because not all the time you're going to be able to come back. I mean, we almost didn't come back on Sunday. They got a touchdown. If you guys remember, they got a touchdown right before the Broncos had that final drive. That could have been, what if they would have stopped us? What if what if Courtland doesn't make that catch on the sideline? What if they don't down the ball in time and spike the ball in time to get the field goal unit out there? What if you can't put all your eggs in one basket? You can't. And that's my point. My San Jose Sharks, what?
His San Jose Sharks won, but this is the best one.
What? The Raiders beat the Chiefs on Christmas a couple years ago. Denver could do the same. I agree.
Cheers. Yeah. You know what? And Bill, I am so looking forward to the show where we have Jack on. That's going to be so much fun.
That is going to be fun.
So Jack, you and I will.
By the way, it's not only just Jack. It's going to be Jack and Raider Johnny.
Nice.
My former coworker at the golf course, he moved over to another golf course. Got a different position, and he's loving it over there. But anyways, he's going to be on there, so it's going to be 2 Bronco fans, you and me, and 2 Raider fans, Johnny and Jack. So it's going to be JJ against us.
You know, and Jack, I feel bad for your Raiders. They're just melting down right now, and you know what? I don't want to say this, but it's so close to them just throwing the towel in, and yeah.
David. All right, David Yonkin is bidding a good farewell or good adieu. Says, okay, guys, it's time for me to rest. All right, David Yonkin, take care of yourself, buddy. Really take care of yourself. Thoughts and prayers go out to you for your health and your recovery, and really do hope to see you back here in 2 weeks on November 7th. Not next week because of Halloween, but November 7th. Really do hope to see you back, guy.
Take care, hope surgery goes well for you, whatever it is. Good health. Want to see you be first on the comments in 2 weeks. All right.
Absolutely.
Take care, David.
All right. We're going to get into the main topic, and that is forever a Denver Bronco. We're talking about one very important Bronco player who left us way, way, way too soon. But man, I've got a lot of things to tie in regards to this particular person. Raiders is like the song "Turn Off the Lights Apart." No, that's just wrong. That's just wrong, Jack. That's just wrong. Okay, here it is. In a comeback game, is that the right one? Oh, yeah. On a comeback game that DT would have been proud of, it was also the day the Denver Broncos inducted Demaryius Thomas into the Ring of Fame. No one could have known how that game would end up, but fittingly, it was the Broncos would honor DT with a miracle win on the same day of his induction. Let me continue. On that day that DT was inducted into the Broncos Ring of Fame, this is interesting. Thomas passed away at the age of 33. Denver scored 33 points in the fourth quarter. Denver had 2 8-point drives equaling 88, his number. Denver had 33 solo tackles. Denver started the game-winning drive with how many seconds? 33 seconds left. 33. Conclusion, DT was in the house. Physically and spiritually, DT was in the house. Now, DT was also part of this miracle in Denver. Going back to Tim Tebow and against the Pittsburgh Steelers in that playoff game, okay, in 2012. Tim Tebow threw for 300. We're talking about John 3:16, which is in the Bible, which is Tim Tebow's one of his favorite verses. Tim Tebow threw for 316 passing yards. Ben Roethlisberger threw an interception on 3rd and 16. Tebow's yards per completion average, 31.6. Steelers had a time of possession of 31 minutes and 6 seconds. I'm not making this up, guys. I'm not making this up. The game occurred exactly three years after Tebow wore John 3:16 on his eye black during a previous game. And then that's it. But that is amazing that not only was it DT aligned with Tim Tebow and that crazy, I guess I shouldn't go crazy, that coincident or that ironic situation also occurred similarly on exactly the same day he was inducted into the Broncos Ring of Fame. I have no explanation for that. Spence, what do you make of that? And what are your thoughts on that?
You want to know something? We all learned words in English when we were in high school called symbolism, metaphors, all that stuff. I mean, the coincidences are adding up here. So much so that, you know what? A buddy of mine owed me $10. I said, throw it on the Broncos to win the Super Bowl. He goes, okay, got 20-1 odds a few days ago. I'll take it. Everything is lining up right now. I mean, anything you think of for the Denver Broncos right now, their off season, their quarterback, how they're doing in the fourth quarter, the magic that's taking place, the people who want to come here, Nick Bonito not gouging the Broncos,
and just blowing up on defense right now.
Everything is setting up for the Broncos. And if they don't win it this year, okay, but don't you just get that feeling that everything is lining up for them? I get the feeling right now that we're going to see a rematch of the Colts, a rematch of the Colts and the Broncos in the AFC Championship game in Indy, and this time the Broncos will win, or in a playoff game of some sort. Everything is just lining up for the Broncos right now. And if that's symbolism to a higher power, hey, bring it to us, DT. This is what a culture, this is what a winning organization believes in. You have to have talent, you have to have luck, and you have to have coincidences on your side. And if DT is going to be that magic that puts us back into the Super Bowl, bring it on.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just when I was going through those stats, I was like, holy smokes, man. I never realized, I didn't even put the equation of two touchdowns with two extra two-point conversions, making 8 and 8, or that we had a 33 33 seconds left on that final drive. And I didn't even put in there, but I mean, I know it's only 3, but the winning field goal was 3. That's half of what it's just weird. It's just, you look at that and you just go, wow. There is a higher power. There really is. And I believe in God, and I do, but I'm just saying that's just amazing. Johnny says, laugh out loud, you, Johnny, and Jack versus Bill and Spence. So JJ versus BS. We all know what BS stands for. Come on, Jack. Come on. Looking forward to meeting everyone on the live show. Yeah. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
And you know what? This is what this show is all about. Yes, we focus on the Broncos, but it's more the camaraderie of football and fans and everybody together. And you know what? Hey, the more the merrier. If we have more discussions, more debates, more arguments, more Raider bashing, I mean Bronco supporting.
Arguments. We don't argue.
Yeah, you know what? We're all at a big sports bar together here, having a great discussion. We love having your comments in there.
Absolutely.
Good, bad, indifferent, slam me, slam Bill, slam anything, but respect your neighbors. And hey, I'm really looking forward to having JJ here on the show and all of us having fun together.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a really, really good time. All right. I hate to do this, guys, because it's not something I enjoy at any time, but especially when it involves a Broncos player. But here we go, guys. This week's Jackass of the Week.
You suck, you jackass.
All right. Now, I don't mind bringing a Jackass of the Week when it doesn't involve a Denver Bronco player. But what bothers me even more is when the Jackass of the Week follows a fantastic win like we got last Sunday.
Oh, jeez.
You're a jackass after a great win? What in heaven's name did you do? Wait. Because this particular player impacts the game against the Cowboys this Sunday. Here it is. After the miracle at Mile High, some negative news was handed down to the Denver Broncos. The NFL has suspended Dre Greenlaw. For what? Oh, wait a minute. Dre Greenlaw for one game, the Dallas Cowboys game this Sunday, after he ran down and berated an official. Greenlaw didn't just run down and start yelling. No, he threatened the referee, Brad Allen, verbally as Allen tried to leave the field. Players rushed over to pull him away. It's unclear what Greenlaw was mad about or what he actually said in the moment. Greenlaw has appealed it. The NFL says it stands. My thought is this. What in heaven's name are you? You just won the freaking game. Who cares what happened in the 60 minutes of the game? It's over. You won the game. What is your freaking problem, you moron idiot? You just put the team in a bad situation because you took it upon yourself to do something stupid. Now the Broncos have to regroup and find somebody to put in your position because you are selfish. Mm-hmm. You're egotistical. It's all about you. I don't know what it was. I'm just saying, oh, it was a bad call, or it was this, or it was that, or how could you throw the flag in that situation, or why wasn't that flag? It doesn't freaking matter, stupid idiot. It's done. Why are you going after a referee, getting suspended, and now hurting the team in a critical game we have to win? Because the Chargers beat the Vikings last night handily. Oh, my gosh. Now, if we lose, we are now behind them because of the tiebreaker. And you now put us in a bad situation because you took it upon yourself to act like a complete moron, complete idiot, and a jackass of the week. I'm done, Spence. You finish it.
No, you know what? And this is immaturity and at its best. And this is where now the defensive leadership needs to step in. Greenlaw overstepped his bounds immensely and did it for personal satisfaction rather than the team. You know what? You go out there, make a move, do something to the referee, but you don't show him up like that, and you especially do not make threats on his physical livelihood. I'm going to say this, and this might be outlandish. Based on what was allegedly reported that he said, I'm surprised he only got one game. And
what did he say? I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not going to repeat what he said. Allegedly. This is allegedly. There is no audio of it. Allegedly. So
yeah,
but,
I'm totally disappointed. Thoroughly disappointed.
But this is going to be a learning moment for this team and a camaraderie and to get together. One of their own stepped out of bounds. Is the team going to implement penalties more severe than the league? Yes, he's going to lose a game where we need him. He's going to lose a paycheck, but is he going to lose the respect of his teammates? Greenlaw has to grow up from this moment right now and realize, yeah, he went out there and yeah, he did this and yeah, whatever. When you make threats of any sort, allegedly, against an official, and in that way where you're threatening physical harm to someone who's just trying to do his job. Granted, he might have missed a call, his team might have missed a call. You still do not make physical threats on an official in a professional football game. That is way out of bounds. I seriously thought after that and seeing the video of it that he might get 3 games. Wouldn't have been surprised. Glad he got 1. Now, how are you going to learn from this? This is where PS2, this is where the leadership of the defensive team needs to take him under his arm and say, look, I know you had an emotional outburst. I know you felt disrespected, but you do not ever make threats in a physical nature against league officials for retribution of some sort that makes you feel better in the moment.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is now on the team for him to learn and grow and develop.
Do you think maybe the San Francisco 49ers knew something about him and that's why they let him go?
Possibly.
I'm just saying.
Saying. But you want to know something? This is where the leadership, the team leadership, not the front office leadership,
right.
The team leadership has to get into his face and tell him to knock it off, grow up, evolve.
Well, we're going to threaten your ass.
Yeah. You want to know something? I wouldn't be surprised if when he comes back, he might be benched for a quarter or might be benched for a half.
Yeah.
You learn through pain.
Yep.
And you do not take out the pain on someone else.
Yep.
This is a moment that he's got to make a choice now because the fork in the road just introduced himself to Greenlaw. Which path is he going to take? Is he going to keep going down the aggressive, anger, emotional aspect, or is he going to take the professional route and learn from his mistake, teach his others, and be a team leader? This is a fork in the road moment for Greenlaw right now, and he better choose wisely.
Absolutely. Jack McKinnon says, does Greenlaw want to play, or is injury and going after a ref? Wasn't this Greenlaw's first game back from injury? Yes, it was. So now he's back off and not playing. And then he follows up by saying, "Wow, life-threatening comment, just wow." Yeah.
So somewhat, if you see the video, you go on YouTube, you try to read his lips. I'm not going to say the words that he said, but one of them looked like he said, "I'll kill you." But
That's what I heard too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally uncalled for. Totally
out of bounds.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Bronco organization after this season, whatever, said, enough's enough. We're just done.
I wouldn't, and you want to know something? I wouldn't go as far as this. If the trade deadline's coming up, if the Broncos need to get a more defensive player, they trade Greenlaw away to bring in someone else. Would not surprise me one bit.
Yeah, very good point. Very, very good point. All right, we're going to back out of this jackass of the week and go to another jackass. It's not the jackass of the week, but very well could be. But we're ending this jackass of the week, and we'll be back in a few seconds.
You suck, you jackass.
Yeah, he did. And yeah, he does. This one could be a jackass of the week of all time. It says, I thought of him as a fantastic player, but lost my respect for him as a man. Yeah, absolutely. Talking about Greenlaw.
Good comment there, Jack.
Yep. Talking about Greenlaw. Does this particular player ever get over the past? And
No.
I know there are people who, can't get past what happens in the past. I'm a person that, hey, the past is past. Move on. You can't change it. You can't change it. Why continually go back there and wander in the muck and mire, right? Not
we
this guy.
From the past.
Not this guy.
No.
This guy doesn't learn from anything. I'm speaking of none other than Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson just can't let the past go. Broncos head coach Sean Payton talked to Giants owner John Mora and had this to say about Jason Dart. You found a spark with this quarterback. We were hoping that change would have happened long after our game with you. End quote. So Wilson gets pissed at this? Hang on. Wilson took offense to Sean Payton's comments and said the following, and I quote,
"Oh, yeah.
Payton's classless, but I'm not surprised. Didn't realize he's still bounty hunting 15 plus years later through the media," end quote. What?
Way out of bounds.
Wait a minute. Bounty hunting? All he said was he was hoping that Dart wouldn't be playing because Dart is playing lights out right now. And and that was proven last Sunday. If you remember when Dart went out, when they had that concussion protocol and he went out in the blue tent, Wilson came in and immediately got sacked. Yeah. And he's crying, saying that, well, he's throwing, no pun intended, but he's throwing darts at me, saying that, like that analogy, he's throwing darts at me I'm not that kind of player. No, you're not, Wilson. You're not that player. You got benched in Denver. You got benched in Pittsburgh. You got benched on the Giants, and you're still crying at what at what Sean Payton is giving compliments to Dart.
Yeah.
Hang on. I continue. Last part. Payton followed it up and said to reporters, "My comments was not meant to be a jab at the former quarterback of the Broncos in Wilson. It was a compliment to Dart." How is Russell Wilson that big of an egomaniac that he feels like everybody who says something about somebody else, it throws him under the bus? That's not what he was saying. He was basically saying, we did not want to face Dart because he's playing that freaking good. We would rather have played Wilson, which I agreed with. I would have rather played Wilson. Everybody would have. So it's not a dig against Wilson. It's a compliment to Dart. Or if you're very, what's the word I'm looking for? If you feel threatened like Wilson does, yeah, it's a threat against you because you're not that good, Wilson. You're not that good anymore. You're not going to be a starting quarterback on any other team. You may go to the Jets, but you won't be a starting quarterback there because if you are, guess what? The Jets don't like Justin Fields now. So there you go.
Let's just say this. Any NFL team that right now that picks Wilson up or wants them to be on their team, all I can say right now is make an under bet on the number of wins. I did that for the Giants, thinking that Russell Wilson would not be replaced so quickly by Dart. Might lose that bet. But as I had a dream when the season started, is that Russell Wilson would be playing in this game. Nick Bonito would grab one leg, PS2 would grab another, and they'd do a wishbone and make a wish. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I have an old friend who used to live down the street from Russell Wilson in Denver. And he basically said, Spencer, how you describe women in the West Side is exactly like Russell Wilson. He's a stuck-up, self-centered, materialistic, egotistical, superficial, conceited, parasite, wannabe, snob, gold digger.
I don't know how in heaven's name you say that so audibly, so understandably, and so correct. I don't know how you say it. That's like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I mean,
when you know enough women in the west side of Los Angeles, you know that they're all stuck up, self-centered, materialistic, egotistical, superficial, conceited, parasite, wannabe, snob, gold diggers. I mean, that's just the culture.
I just want to know how you know so many women on the West Side.
That was before this.
Oh.
And you know what? My wife would agree.
Anna, he's talking before you.
Yeah. Oh, she knows all that. But you know what? Russell Wilson should just go to a church, pray to God, and say, thank you for letting the Giants be idiots for a year and give me $10 million. Russell, your career's over. You're done. Okay? Your ego is writing checks that you cannot afford or bounce. You're done. Cry all you want. If the Giants are smart, they will release Russell Wilson and pick up somebody who can be an educational tool for Dart. Bring on, I don't know, Tim Tebow. Let Tim Tebow be a backup quarterback and educate.
He's doing pretty good on the college. He's doing pretty good in the college front.
Spencer, how many times did you practice that saying it that fast?
I know.
Number of times I've dated girls. That's the number.
So, Jack, let me just say this, okay? I'm gonna break this down for you. This is how the math works. Every word he says is every girl he's been with. So I think there's like 15 or 16 different words in there. So just that's how many times.
Well, let's figure it.
That's how many times he's practiced.
Materialistic, egotistical, superficial, conceited, parasite, wannabe, snob, gold digger.
10. What'd I tell you?
No, more than that.
Huh?
More than that, but who
what did I tell you?
Hey, I'm with the right one. Mom.
Now you are.
Mom, I'm with the right one. Okay? I'm with the right one, Mom. So but Russell Wilson doesn't get it. You know what? When we all in life know people whose egos are so much better than so much bigger, so much larger than their persona, their bank account, their help usefulness to society. Russell Wilson has a wife that he can sit and dwell and live off of well after the NFL career is done. So You know what? Thanks for playing, Russell. Bye-bye.
Exactly. Jack says it's kind of backhanded on that comment by Sean Payton. You take it as a backhand that maybe it was a little subtle slap to Wilson. I don't know.
I think there's a tiny bit.
I mean, you can read into it, sure.
But the same time, you know what Sean Payton did? he did what every smart bully does. He elicits a reaction that makes the other person look bad.
Yep. And then he follows up by saying, just shows the relationship between Peyton and Wilson.
Oh, it was so bad.
Wilson has an ultra ego, and Sean Payton just wants to win. That's how I see it. That's why, I mean, think about it. Think about what Wilson was able to do with Nathaniel Hackett. He got his own office. He got his own entourage. That didn't happen with Sean Payton. So, anyways, enough of that guy.
Bring it in.
Cairo, what is up? Says Bill's Charger ego is so massive that he has to refuse to admit that he's a fan to keep it from growing. No, I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Cheers, Cairo.
No cheers. I'll just delete you right now. I'll just remove you. Goodbye. He's gone. Anyways, okay.
We know your secret identity, and we know you hated those banana uniforms your Chargers wore on Sunday.
God, that was pathetic.
I mean, as soon as I saw those uniforms, I actually increased my wager on the Colts that game.
That's funny, dude.
And of course, Anna was like, "Hey," she's like, "Oh, the Broncos won." I was like, "Yeah," and also my wager on the Colts won. She's like, "Oh, okay, the kids and I are going shopping." I went,
Did you do you want to tell me how much you won?
No.
How do you bet? 300? Oh shit. Hang on, guys. Oh, I gotta hang on.
We got technical difficulties.
More than that, we got a wet. Oh,
are you having spillage problems again? Grab the Depends diaper on the upper right side.
Not me, spillage.
Oh, okay.
I don't spill. My can spilled.
Yes, Cairo. Agreed.
What?
Removing someone from the pod just proves that you have a Charger love ego.
Oh, God. Whatever.
Cairo, for that comment, I downed the rest for you.
Whatever. Whatever.
Who's leaving the message?
I don't know, but I got.
Oh, hey, Todd Fight in the house, leaving the message. Thank you, Todd, for watching the show. Appreciate it.
Oh, that came out ugly.
He basically said, "I'm glad you're making winnering on your sports wagers. What's going to be your best bet at Del Mar next Friday?" Well, I wish the show was on at the time the horse races were going on.
That's true. That's true. We're not going to be doing the show because it's Halloween.
Hey, Jack, I can only go 3 max on Fridays. Boss told me I got to limit it to 3.
But you haven't had 3 yet.
Yeah, I have. 1 in here, 2 in this glass, 2. So 1 plus 2.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that that's 2 in that glass. Well, she does
honest
now.
With my wife.
She does now.
Yeah, I know.
Is she home?
No, she's at the school where my kids go. It's the fall festival. So
how come you didn't have to duck out then?
Because I like doing this show and I have fun with this show and I don't want to miss 2 straight weeks. And with us missing next week, that would be 3 straight weeks. And I love the fans.
Oh, yeah, you weren't. Yeah, that's right. You weren't here last week. We did the show on Saturday because I was supposed to go to my grandson. I was supposed to go check this out. I was supposed to go to my grandson's baseball game, and I'm getting ready to go. And I said, "Hey, son, where do I meet you at the ballpark?" He goes, "Dad, there's no game tonight." And it was like 5:00, so it was already no way to do it. So. Anyway, all right.
Jack, I'd love to say I was on my first, but everybody in the world saw that I pounded my first, and I've been drinking my second and third, so I'm 2 on.
But the first one that you pound, that doesn't count. That's before the show starts.
Mom, what do you think?
Oh my gosh, I just got wet pants, wet shorts on my.
Oh, well, okay. Too much. La 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 la.
Not from that. From my.
By the way, that's
I
gonna
spilled
be
my
a
can.
video. That's gonna be a video on the neighborhood. I'm telling you right now, Madungus is gonna play that clip over and over.
Whatever. Just got wet pants. Whatever. See, I can never say anything. You know.
Not, hey,
See, I agree with that, Jack. Spence, you just need bigger mugs.
no, oh no. You know what? I have a 39-ounce mug that I was filling up for the show when we did the neighborhood, and I did that. My wife came and looked at me. It's like, you drank all that? I'm like, it's only one, honey. She's like, no.
Hey, that's what you get when your wife says you can only have one. You get the big one. That's what you have. Hey, your beer's only 4.2 ounces. It ain't no big deal. I mean, not ounce. I mean, 4.2%. So that ain't no big deal.
Amen. And it has no cornstarch, no corn syrup. Hello, Kona. I've been reaching out to you
no
guys
alcohol. No, I'm just kidding.
to do advertising with us. I've talked to your rep in Santa Monica, and come on.
Nothing.
Kona,
nothing.
support the show.
No comments. Nothing back.
Nah.
Have they even watched the show at all?
The rep has watched it and it's not getting back to me. I think, yeah, you know what?
Really?
Well, you know what? If we got more Raider fans and more Chief fans and more Charger fans to watch us, then they'll come and look at us.
Probably.
But I think, hey, we're building a base right now. This is year one of this partnership.
Yep, that's true.
Once we get to year 2, year 3,
good point. Good point.
It's going to get bigger and better.
It doesn't happen overnight. Doesn't happen overnight.
Amen to that.
All right. So, how many of you guys out there enjoy the Pro Bowl / flag football version prior to the Super Bowl? Well, apparently the NFL loves it. So listen to this. Flag football has always been like the Sunday before the Super Bowl. Hardly anybody's watching. Guess what the NFL's doing this year? The NFL wants to continue showcasing its flag football initiatives. So they are moving the Pro Bowl to Tuesday before the Super Bowl. The flag football game will be in prime time on ESPN on Tuesday prior to the Super Bowl. I'm not a big fan of flag football, period. I mean, it's cool. It's okay to watch and stuff. It's kind of fun. But do you really want to see your favorite athletes in flag football when you're used to seeing them in a contact sport of NFL football? Sure, it's fun. It's entertaining. There's no real defense. There's no hitting because it's flag. Do you really want to see that in prime time on a Tuesday night? I know the NFL wants to market its product the best way it can. It wants to saturate the fan base of professional football in the NFL. Why do you think we have like 99 freaking games over in Europe this year? Not really. I'm just saying I'm over exaggerating. Why do you think we have, I think it's 7 or 8 games we've had over there in Europe. And I think 7 or 8, something like that. Yeah, we had it in London. We had it in Germany. We had it in Ireland for the first time. Yeah, it's just, I get it. You know why? Because when they sell out, NFL gets money. That's why they're doing what they do. I totally commend them for doing and marketing their product. It's fantastic. But the point I'm trying to make is, do we really want to watch a flag football game on a Tuesday night?
No.
You
know what? I think all of us remember Robert Edwards. I know. Love it. All of us remember.
Real quick, I got to read it. Jack Hennett says, unless it's the NFL cheerleaders and little skippy outfits for flag football. Got it.
No,
love it.
I will tell you right now, Go research this, but type in Robert Edwards flag football Pro Bowl. It is an injury that I don't think any of you ever want to see. I saw it live, and his knee went basically 180 degrees while the rest of his legs stayed straight forward.
Cairo said the lingerie bowl for the win.
Nice. I don't want to see flag football, and especially a lot of these pro players who you're going to be on what surface? Is it going to be grass? Is it going to be turf? And all of them are going to say, well, wait a minute. I'm not protected by the contract here because it's the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
What happens if what happens to Robert Edwards happens to me?
Yeah.
I look at that gruesome injury. Tom Brady still talks about it because he said if Robert Edwards was still a part of the New England Patriots, he would have won us a few extra Super Bowls. It was gruesome. It was unnecessary. I don't want to see it. The Pro Bowl had its time
in Hawaii.
You know what?
Yep.
In Hawaii, it got to a point where players didn't want to take it too seriously because they didn't want to get hurt. They didn't want to get injured. The season was over already. Why we just go there and like, oh, la, 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 la. Yo, Peyton Manning throws a football. Okay, yeah. It's lost its custom. It's lost its spark.
Yeah.
At this point, there's no inspiration to play in the Pro Bowl right now because the risks are a lot higher than the rewards. So you know what?
You know what I think would be cool? You know what I think would be cool? It's never going to happen, but this would be this. I'm just throwing out. I just thought of this right now. Have like competition throughout the week of 2 players against 2 players. Pick 2 players from each team. You know, the team itself picks them, and go on PS5 and play Madden and see who wins and take that down, and then you get to the championship.
That's a good idea.
Nobody gets hurt. Everybody has fun. You're watching them play and you're cheering for your team. That'd be kind of cool. Why not? Make it something different.
A skills competition could have, if you make it the right type of skills competition, could have a little energy.
I like the PS5 thing because
I disagree with that. At the NBA All-Star game, no, the NBA All-Star game, there's a little more fun, a little more camaraderie.
Yeah, but there's no defense in that, dude. There's no defense. Everybody just goes up and slam dunks. I don't like it. I'm not a big basketball fan, anyways. But how about for a skills show off where the slapping crap out of it?
Well said.
That was great, dude. That was great, man. That was good. Good stuff. All right. This is like I always say, down to the last 2 topics. And here they are. Oh, that was from a different show. Sorry about that. Oh, that was a game show. That was the dating game, wasn't it? And here they are. Right? Wasn't that dating game?
Back in when you were only 80 years old, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. Jack says NBA All-Star points was 190 to 189. I agree.
Yep.
I agree. And that's in the first half. All right. This is really cool. I don't understand why there are not more Bronco players in the Hall of Fame. Is the Jackass of the Week Brad Allen that got what?
Oh, sorry.
That got Greenlaw suspended. Is that Jackass of the Week Brad Allen? They got Green. Brad Allen is I had him on it. Brad Allen was wasn't he on the thing? Or wait. Brad Allen is the kicker for the Cowboys. No, that's not Brad Allen.
The ref from the G-Men game.
Yes. Yeah. Anyways. All right. You got it. I wouldn't say I'm gonna bring that back up. Is the Jackass week Brad Allen? No, it's not. It's
No.
Greenlaw for going after him. It's going after Brad Allen.
You know what he's bringing up?
If Brad Allen makes a call during the game and it's a bad call, you don't go after him. It doesn't matter. The game is over, stupid. You won the game. Why are you going after him? I don't get that.
It's cause and effect. Yes, the referee caused it, but it's the effect that always gets the penalty or gets the trouble there.
Sure. Yeah. And well, you could suspend a referee, but it's not going to happen right then and there.
Yeah.
All right. More Bronco players should be in the Hall of Fame, especially from the Orange Crust days. Did the Broncos win Super Bowls in the Orange Crust days? No, they did not. But that doesn't matter. Walter Payton is in the Hall of Fame. He never even went to a Super Bowl.
Yes, he did.
I mean, not Walter Payton.
85. He didn't get.
I don't mean Walter Payton. I mean Gale Sayers.
Yeah.
Gale Sayers never went to a Super Bowl, and he's in the Hall of Fame. Why aren't these Bronco players of old in the Super Bowl? Oh, I know why. It's because what Spencer preaches all the time. The NFL does not recognize any team west of the Mississippi, unless you're the Kansas City Chiefs. That's it. Okay? So, that being said, where are the Broncos lie? West of the Mississippi. And they're not New York, they're not East Coast, and they're not in a highly populated, they're not in California. California loves LA. For whatever reason, California. NFL loves California. Why? I have no idea. Probably because of LA. But there is a possibility that a Bronco head coach or two former head coaches could be inducted into Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Coach Mike Shanahan and Coach Dan Reeves on being named among the 12 coach candidates to take the next step towards the 2026 NFL's Hall of Fame class. Do you think and feel, first and foremost, I know how you feel about this. Do you think and feel that Shanahan should be in the Hall of Fame and will be inducted in 26, or do you think Dan Reeves should be in and will be in a class of 26?
I think Shanahan's got a better shot than Dan Reeves. I think you win 2 Super Bowls with John Elway, where Dan Reeves had Elway in his prime, got to a Super Bowl. I mean, they're both worthy of it, but if you had to put one above the other, I think Shanahan,
absolutely,
based on his complete work, not just with the Broncos, his complete work, may get the nod this year.
Wow. Jack Kenna, who's a Raider fan, Jim Plunkett. Oh, by the way, Jack, did I ever tell you that I met Jim Plunkett? That's a whole story. I crashed the ESPN Super Bowl party in San Diego in 1987 or 88 when the Broncos and Redskins. And yes, it was the Redskins played in the Super Bowl in San Diego. Anyways, I met Jim Plunkett. It was pretty cool. Anyways, he said Jim Plunkett just got eliminated for the Hall of Fame with 2 Super Bowls and a Super Bowl MVP. How do you get eliminated? How is that even freaking possible, Jack? That you win 2 Super Bowls and you're eliminated from the Hall of Fame? The Hall of Fame.
Probably eliminated from this round.
It doesn't matter. You won 2 Super Bowls and you're a Super Bowl MVP? Come on. If that was Tom Brady, let's just take away 5 Super Bowls from Tom Brady. Put him down to 2 Super Bowls and an MVP. You think Tom Brady's out of the Hall of Fame? No freaking way. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's because New England's on the East Coast. I apologize. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know what? It's again, like I said, the NFL doesn't realize that football does exist west of the Mississippi River. It's even worse with college football.
I can't. And Cairo brings this up too, talking about basketball, because we talk different sports. That's for sure. It's the same reason that without Carmelo and Jokic, the Nuggets got overlooked. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nobody likes anybody west of Mississippi. I don't get it. It's a United States, not the United East. I mean, what the heck? Golly, man. Bill Romero, Todd Helton for the Rockets got refused a Cooperstown spot. Instead, we got some East Coast. Yep, exactly.
Exactly.
I hate it. I hate.
Well, no, and it's also that, the Rockies play in a hitter's ballpark. No, you want to know something? He hit just as good on the road as he did at home.
Well, here's what angers me the most. If you're basing the Hall of Fame credentials on certain things, like Super Bowls, let's just narrow it down. Let's just make it simple. Super Bowl wins, MVP of the league, MVP of a Super Bowl, and most wins by a head coach. Okay, whatever. Okay. If you fall into any one of those categories, shouldn't you be considered? It doesn't matter if you play on the motherfucking moon. It doesn't matter if you accomplish that. And baseball is totally different than any other sport. Baseball parks are designed totally differently. NFL field is 100 yards long, 10-yard end zones on each end, 55 yards wide. Basketball court is the same length and width. Hockey, same length and width. Baseball is totally different. So it doesn't matter if the Rockies play in freaking Grand Canyon. It doesn't matter. It matters on what you do at that level. Why does any of that make any difference? Well, they play in Colorado, so the balls are juiced up, or it's the air. Then why'd you have a baseball park there? Then why'd you allow it? I hate that. I love the Rockies. It's not my favorite team, the Cubs are, but I love the Rockies because they're Colorado. And I would love to go to a Rockies a Cubs game. I really would. I wouldn't care who. I mean, I would care if the Cubs lost, of course, but it'd be nice to be in that atmosphere of Coors Field and downtown Denver and all of that stuff. But my point is, if you didn't want baseball to have those elements, why did you allow it? Why did you allow it? I don't get it. It's a double standard to me. Am I wrong, Spence?
No, and you know what? Cairo has the best comment. Go for it and read it there.
Baseball is the worst for East Coast media, biased by a lot, and Coors Field is hitter's ballpark. To me, it should make it a challenge that a pitcher would want to see if they could beat it. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree that the ball doesn't break as much because there's not as much air. But guess what? Figure it out. Figure it out.
You know what? Here, I got a trivia question for anybody. There has been one no-hitter thrown at Coors Field. What team and what pitcher?
There's only been one?
One.
I'll say the pitcher for the Astros that retired.
Nope.
With the knuckleballer.
Nope. See if anybody in the chat knows it. I'll give you a hint. Dodger.
Kershaw.
Nope. 90s.
Oh, gee, you're going back. 90s.
Everybody on the show is typing quickly. Mom. No,
what?
Mom. It wasn't Kershaw. No, Mom. It wasn't Schnell. Hint, Japanese. Yes. Come on, Jack. Say it.
Shohei Ohtani.
Mom, your husband was not the pitcher.
Shohei Ohtani's a Cub. I'm sorry.
Hideo Nomo.
Hideo Nomo?
Yep.
Wow. Who has the only Rocky no-hitter? Well, that's what. Oh, who has the only Rockies no-hitter? Wow. I don't even know any Rockies play or pitchers. Do you?
No, I know. It was in Miami, wasn't it? Oh, Jack. Jack, come. Oh, Mom's chick. You never heard of Hideo Nomo, Mom? Come on, you've been a Dodger fan a lot longer than I've been living.
See, and he said it didn't happen at Coors either.
Yeah, I thought it was at Miami.
You're looking it up. That's cheating, dude.
No, I'm typing something else in.
Jack Ken says, I'm married to a Japanese family. That's good, dude.
Oh, Mom, you are right.
Who?
Ubaldo Jimenez.
Ubaldo
At Atlanta.
Jimenez?
Yep, Mom got it.
Wow.
Cairo, you got it too.
All right. I have a question for everybody out there now that we're talking about baseball real quick before we get to the last topic in football. This is fun. What Cubs pitcher, and don't look it up, Spence, what Cubs pitcher is the only pitcher on the Cubs to strike out 20 and pitch a shutout?
Oh my God, I know. Oh my, I could see him. He blew his elbow and shoulder out and retired at an early age. Oh my, I remember he had a nasty curve slider. Oh.
Struck out 20, pitched a shutout. Oh, I don't know if he pitched a no-hitter.
No, it wasn't Maddox, Jack.
No, it's not Maddox. Nope.
No,
nope. Nope.
Oh God.
I can't remember his name either. I got to look it up.
I see his picture. He was a rookie, or it was his second year.
It was the second year.
Oh my God. I think he's a coach now.
It is hang on.
Oh my God. Come on, Mom. You got the other answer right. You should know all this. Or you not follow the Cubs?
Oh yeah, bingo, I got it. I'll read it too when it brings up. Let's see what it says. It was against the Houston Astros. This pitcher had 11.
Kerry.
He had 11 consecutive strikeouts.
Kerry Wood.
There you go. Bingo. Okay, so let me read this real quick. Kerry Wood.
Mom just texted Kerry Wood also. So
Kerry Wood was the Chicago Cub pitcher to strike out 20 batters in the game, tying the major league record on May 6, 1998. Against the Houston Astros. In that single game performance, Wood recorded 20 strikeouts, 11 consecutive strikeouts, 11 consecutive strikeouts, and limited the Astros to just one hit in a 2-0 victory. That's insane, dude. That is insane in his second year. That's nuts. That's nuts.
Wait a minute. Mom, are you guys at shelter?
Go for it, Jack. Give us the question, man. Give us the question. He goes, I have the next baseball question if you let me. Yeah, go for it, Jack. Are they at where?
No, it's actually my nephew. You know what he wants me to say. Okay, Dylan. Floppy seal.
Floppy seal, floppy seal, floppy seal, floppy seal.
He's watching two TVs right now. He's got the baseball game on one. He's got us on the other one. So
nice. Hey, we're competing with baseball. We're right up there with the big time. Who's he want? Does he want the Dodgers or do he want Toronto? What do you want?
I want football and beer.
What do you want in the game?
for it to end quickly.
I want Toronto. I'll tell you, I'll be honest. I want Toronto because Dodgers won it last year. Toronto hasn't even been to the World Series in 32, 35 years, something like that.
32 years.
Yeah. So
they won it 92, 93.
Oh, yeah. And that was with, what's his face?
Jack?
He hit the home run.
Gary.
Should Barry,
Joe Carter.
Yeah, Joe Carter. Should Barry Bonds of the Giants be in the Hall of Fame?
No. Barry Bonds.
I agree.
If you ever want to see someone who benefited from ridiculous amount of steroids, yeah, he's got a great swing. Look at him when he was with the Pirates. He had a great swing. He was doing singles, doubles, triples. He was a 5-tool player. As soon as he got to San Francisco and discovered his new chemistry, no, I cannot support someone who
chemistry is drugs.
Who has to use drugs to become a better player. You know what? He symbolizes the embarrassment of baseball.
All right, so let me ask you this. If drugs was to Bonds, what was McGuire and Sammy Sosa in their era?
Same thing.
Do you agree? But they weren't on drugs. They corked their bats.
But they did both.
They did both?
Yeah, there is a great 30 for 30 on ESPN where McGuire still admits, yeah, he did that.
Right. But let me ask you this. So we're still on the baseball topic, which is fun. This is fun. I love doing the show because we go different directions. The chat takes us to different directions, which is fantastic. You still have to hit the freaking ball.
True.
And everybody knows that if you're on drugs, any type, you're not 100% in your right mind. Are McGuire and Sosa in the Hall? No, they're not. I'm glad the Broncos are Broncos. I'm glad the Cubs welcome back Sammy Sosa and put him into the Ring of Fame. I agree with that. It doesn't matter. He's still a fantastic player. My point is this. If a person smokes marijuana, they're not going to have the same focus on things that they would if they weren't. If they're on any other type of drug, you're not going to have people say, oh, if you're on cocaine, you're more aware. You may be more aware, but you may not be as sharp. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter the drug. You still have to hit the freaking ball.
You do, but you cannot use elements that help you hit it better.
How okay, give me one element of any drug that would make you hit the ball better when you can't focus as well.
Steroids, because that you can recover from any injury quicker and faster. You play a game the night before, you use steroids, you're at your maximum capacity.
Okay, so steroids is what these guys run. They weren't on marijuana, they weren't on coke, they weren't on anything else like that, right? They were not on illegal drugs in society. They were on steroids. Is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I was thinking the opposite. I was thinking, these guys are on marijuana or something like that.
We want to know something, and they're all on sorts of things. I mean, Jack at Spence, no proof like Roger Clemens too, but McGuire did say he used steroids. No, McGuire has been open and honest about it, and he's got some repercussions health-wise and medically that he's going to have to deal with about doing so much steroids. Derek, welcome to the show. It's about the training. Yeah. Do it the right way, Derek? And be clean. All we want in sports is honesty, cleanliness, and the actual competitiveness.
Derek comes in and says when they stripped Lance Armstrong, the cyclist, they couldn't name a winner because the next top 50 used performance-enhancing drugs as well.
Oh, yeah.
Holy crap.
Oh, no.
They couldn't name the next 50?
No, because everybody was doing blood doping.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. I didn't hear that.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
nuts. That's crazy. All right, guys, hour and 35 minutes in the show. We're at the final topic. You guys have been fantastic in the chat, bringing the show all different directions, which we love. It's all because you know, we honor, I shouldn't say honor, we respect those in the chat, and we bring up the comments, and we go in different directions, and that's what makes this show fun. Yes.
Yeah. Vic brings in a great comment. That's
What
going to
guys think about gambling scam? You know, I only heard a tidbit of that today about some coach or something in the NBA that was gambling. I don't know if he gambled on his team. I really don't know much about that. Very vague. One of my coworkers at the golf course brought up, asked me what I thought. I said, I really haven't looked into it. I was getting ready for the show today when I got home. So what's it about?
So essentially, there is some players. I'll give you an example. There was one player who was making $25 million a year and knew that there was health problems for the opponent he was going to play against. Or no, here was the situation. You can bet on individual player stats and performances. So there was one player who told his buddies, "Hey, I'm going to report that I'm going to."
Yeah, but not if you're in the league, right?
Give me a sec.
All right.
There was a player who reported to his buddies, "Hey, after the first quarter, I'm going to have a foot injury, so bet on the under for my performance." There was a huge amount of wagers bet on this in one player underperforming.
So he faked an injury?
He faked an injury.
Wow.
I'm telling you guys, this is why I don't watch the NBA, because ever since gambling,
I see them flop all the time. They get bumped, they go down, and they flop around like they're freaking, fish out of water kind of thing.
Yeah, but
I hate basketball. I really
the bigger problem is this one, which Cairo brings in. Chauncey Billups, I think, is in huge
and mafia ties and using X-ray vision to see through cards. NBA Rozier is on film doing stupid crap to mess up his stat line in several games. What?
Yeah. Oh, go watch the news on this. This is going to get even bigger and more. Yeah. This is why, you know what? In the NBA, because you have 5 players on each team, one player can really mess up a game.
Sure.
Whereas
absolutely.
the NFL, you've got 11, and one player can't really mess it up as much.
Sure. Yeah, true. Golly, man. What a mess that is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, as it gets into more ugliness, we'll probably bring in a lot more Jackass of the Week, that's for sure.
Oh my God.
A lot more stuff on that. All right. Last topic tonight, guys. You've been fantastic. Once again, no show next Friday, Halloween night. We want you to celebrate with your family. We want you to be safe with your family. And more importantly, we want you to enjoy your time with the family and not have to think about listening to us two guys talk about sports while you're trying to have a good time. Okay. Anyways, I'm just messing. We will be back November 7th, which is 2 weeks from tonight. And remember, 1 week from this Sunday, November 2nd, turn your clocks backwards. If you're in the time zone, to turn your clock. If you're in the time zone, because I know Hawaii doesn't, Arizona doesn't. They don't change time. But anyways, if you're in the time zone where you change your clocks back, change it back Saturday night before, so you don't have to get up at 2 a.m. and do it. And we will gain an hour of sleep, or for those of you who like to stay up that extra hour longer, it's up to you. Anyway, change it back as we go back to standard time on November 2nd. All right, here's the last topic. After the 33-32 win over the Giants, it doesn't get any easier as Denver will play the Cowboys at Mile High Stadium this Sunday. Dallas is playing better, and they have a kicker who has, this is crazy, guys, set an NFL record. They have a kicker who has made an NFL history with not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5. His name is Brandon Aubrey, has become the first kicker in NFL history. We're going way back to the beginning of NFL history with 5 field goals made of 60 yards or more. We are playing at Mile High. He can make it number 6. He can make it number 7. He can make it number 8. My point is this. The Broncos barely beat the Giants on a field goal. What will this game dictate? Will it come down to a 60-yard field goal by the Cowboys? Will it come down to a 62, 63, 64, 65? If so, does this guy, Brandon Aubrey, make it? Will he hit NFL history even further? Or do the Broncos defense somehow slows down Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys? I have no idea. Based on last week's game, I am at loss for how this game is going to go. I sure hope it does not come down to a 60 or 61-yard field goal by the Cowboys, because then we are done. Spence, what do you think? I'll give you my final score after that.
Yeah, I think the Broncos are going to have an awakening in this game. I still think it's going to be close because that's how the Broncos have played this year. They have played up and they played down to their competition. The Cowboys do have an offense that is potentially scary. We are missing Greenlaw for this game. So I have a final score of Denver 30, Dallas 26. I think we do pull out the win, but it's going to be closer than anybody thinks, including the betting public. I just think that the momentum and the fourth quarter that the Broncos are developing right now and the attitude and the approach propels them. It's not going to be easy. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that they put the Broncos put the Cowboys away early. But the Cowboys have been fighters this year. I mean, Philadelphia, they were a huge underdog. They fought them. They fought back against the Giants. They were fighters against Green Bay. I just, you know what? The way the Broncos are playing, I'm honestly going to be busy doing a few other things, turn the game on in the fourth quarter. And that's when I'll start watching.
Busy doing other things?
It's called family stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Got to keep the boss happy or else.
Sorry. I have to address this. Will there be a podcast for the Cowgirls game? No. I'm sorry. Madungus texted me earlier, but I didn't bring this up until now. He texted me and said that he's got things going on Sunday. He cannot do the show. So he just left it up. Spence, if you want to contact him and say, hey, let's just do it. Let's do it. We'll do it. I'll contact him and let him know. But as far as him being on there, no. He's got too many things to do. He said he can't be there. Let's see. Do you agree with this? The Cairo says, should the Cowboys kicker need to be checked for PEDs?
No.
You think he has a strong leg?
He has a strong leg.
Okay. Wow. Is Brandon Aubrey a friend of Prater? Matt Prater. That's good. Because Matt Prater kicked that, 63-yarder, Denver.
Yep.
There you go. Wow. Derek OTR, what's his up? He says it's going to be an offensive battle. Broncos by 3. Interesting you say that because I have a final score similar.
We need to give 2 final scores.
Why?
Because we're missing the show next week. So we may have to give our prediction for when we go to Houston and we win 26-14.
I can't go there yet because I don't know how this game is going to go. But Cairo says, sadly, I think Singleton is going to get toasted this game given the tight end that Dallas has. Singleton cannot cover anybody.
And this is the one weakness I have been talking about even in the offseason. We needed to get a linebacker that could cover tight ends. We got burned by a tight end in the Giants game. We've been burned by tight ends all year. Could that be a possible trade? Greenlaw, we trade him away for a linebacker who can cover tight end.
Do you like Singleton? I like Singleton. I mean, look what he did. Look what he did in that play against the Giants to blow up Scatterbo. I like him up. So he's great on certain situations, but he's horrible on other situations. So it's kind of like pick your poison, you know? I mean, I don't know.
I know I like him. I really like him. I just think as a pass defender, in a man-to-man situation, that's not his forte. Zone, okay. Rushing the quarterback, okay. Defending the run, okay. Defending a man-on-man pass,
not so much.
Not so much.
Jack Kenneth says, wow, Jack, you're up high. You say 27-24. Do you see that?
Yeah, no, I said the final score would be 30-26.
Really? How about Vitchin says 24-20?
Yeah, everybody is in the same boat as all of us. It's going to be a close game because
you're not worried about the Cowgirls? I call them the Cowgirls too. I love it.
I'm not worried about the Cowboys cheerleaders either. They look awesome. They're wonderful. Isn't that what we're talking about? The Cowgirls?
No, we're not talking about the cheerleaders. We're talking about the team.
Oh, okay.
No, I know they don't have a good defense, but man, they can put up points on offense. I don't know, man. I'm more nervous about this game than I was about the Giants, and I was nervous about the Giants after we got down 19-0 and 26-8. I was really nervous. Okay, so what is your final score for Sunday's game at Denver against former Cowboy running back who has a chip on his shoulder, Javonte Williams? You know what? He so wants to prove the Broncos wrong. My final score is Denver 30, Cowboys 26. Okay, well, Jack Kenneth says he's going under 50 points, whereas Derek is over 50 points. Go back to Jack's. He's saying the over-under wager is 50.5. Okay. So what do you take? Derek's going to go with the over. Yeah, and by your score, it's over 50. Yep, I agree. I think it's going to be over that too. Vichin says the Cowboys are a different team on the road. Do you agree? I mean, they did beat the Jets, but they got blown out by Chicago. They kept it close against Philadelphia. They did lose at Carolina, but the one common thing is a lot of their games have been high-scoring games. The lowest point total of any of their games was against Philadelphia. That was 44 points. So they typically get into high-scoring games. Can Denver match the high-scoring game if they cannot perform perform anyway. If they cannot produce, any points in the first 3 quarters? You're not going to beat the Cowboys if you're down 42-0 enter the fourth quarter. You're not going to win. Well, the Cowboys haven't really faced a top-tier defense. I mean, Philly's not got a top-tier defense. The Giants don't. Chicago, Green Bay, they've got a good defense, but they scored 40 points on Green Bay.
The Jets, Carolina, not a good defense. Washington's been exposed, so they haven't really faced a defense like the Broncos yet. So that's what's going to make this game so interesting.
All right. Before I give you my final score, and I want to get your final score, I got one last comment. Okay, here it is. Broncos are in first place.
Mm-hmm.
The Wagoners won yesterday against the Vikings. They're half a game behind us. Do you feel that the Broncos will use last second win and focus on the fact that, hey, we're in first place outright if we win again against the Cowboys? We control our own destiny. Do you think that's a mindset, or do you feel that it's a week-to-week thing? In other words, what I mean is, do you think this is an urgency? We're halfway through the season tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Sunday. We're virtually halfway through the season. Do you feel that the urgency of the Broncos to stay in first place is evident, or do you feel like, well, we still got, these other games, so it's not that urgent?
I think it's more the week to week. You build momentum.
I don't like that.
No, I think you don't want to look for the big picture right now. Let's just focus on the Cowboys, take the momentum that we've been building and take it into the Cowboys game. Let's not look down the road.
Okay. What I meant was, do they look at the Cowboy game as saying we have to win this game to maintain first place? Because if we lose, now we're behind the Chargers, Wagoners, due to a tiebreaker.
No, you want to know something? Sorry about that. You go into, I know this is what happens when you wake up at 4:00 in the morning for a conference call.
I woke up at 4:00 in the morning. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. Every game is a must win. Sure. And you look at it, the Cowboys are this week, not what we've got coming up with Washington, not what we got coming up with Kansas City or the Chargers or anybody else. Look at this week. Focus on the Cowboys. These guys got to get back into a rhythm. The one thing that London trip did is it put them out of rhythm. The week leading
That's why they should have had a bye when they came off.
But they chose not to do that, and that's fine. And you know what? It worked out for them. But they need to get back into a rhythm. I mean, they were off rhythm going to London. They were off rhythm coming back from London. Now they've got a full week back into the Broncos need to beat the Chargers. Yes, they will in January.
Jack, I love your comment. Love your comment. Absolutely.
But I think they just need to keep this rhythm and momentum going and not give us heart attacks here with fourth quarter, last second scrambling comebacks.
Absolutely. All right. We are 7 minutes away. Well, actually 6.5 minutes away now from a 2-hour show. This has been an absolutely fun show. I'm glad we went this long because we're not doing a show next week. And I love everybody in the chat. You guys have been great. What did it say? It says winner of that game wins the division. Ooh, well, yeah, that's the last game.
Yeah, that last game of the year here in Denver.
Yep, it's in Denver. Oh, God, that'd be a fun game to go to. Oh, my gosh, it'd be fun.
Potential snow. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be fun. All right, so we already went over the comparisons between the Broncos and the Cowgirls. What was your prediction you said?
30-26.
Denver. Well, Derek, if you tune in next show, it's got to be, put it back up again. If you tune in next show, it's got to be November 7th. Because, by the way, we're not, like I said, we're not doing a show next Friday. So it won't be until November 7th. Golly, November already. Holy smokes. So it'll be November 7th. And guess what, Spence? We get the Friday show after Thanksgiving. How cool is that? We can talk about three 3 football games at Thanksgiving, and we're going to talk about the Bronco game coming up. That's pretty cool. That'll be a Friday after Thanksgiving. It'll be fun. That'll be fun.
If the boss will let me do it.
If she'll let you. If not, It's all good. Okay. You said 30-26, Denver?
Yep.
I say 23-21. Nope, Denver. 23-21, Denver.
Really?
And I say it comes on another clutch kick by Lutz that wins it, because we'll be down 21-20. Lutz kicks the winning field goal. We win 23-21. Any final words, Spence, before you run down the list of all the fantastic people in the chat?
Honey, I'll be at the Fall Festival in 5 minutes. I'll see you shortly. She just texted going, where are you?
I'm at home. Where the heck are you?
Jack, pleasure. Thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Oh, man.
Along with David Yonkin. David, hope your surgery goes well. Want to hear very positive things. Victory Lap, thank you so much. Cameron, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Love what you do on the network. Appreciate everything. 93 Navman, I'm not sure who that is, but thank you very much for being part of the show. Clayton Haran, appreciate your input. Dylan Cook, thank you so much. Jack Kenna, cannot wait for you to be part of the show. JJ versus the BS. It's got a saying to it. Cairo 232.
And BS doesn't stand for Broncos suck either. So go there, Jack.
No, it stands for Broncos Super Bowl.
Woo! I like it.
Yeah. Cairo 232. Thank you so much for all your comments and your input. Really do appreciate it. My friend Todd, who texted me one of the answers. Thank you so much. Mom. Okay, you got one right. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad, for listening to the show. Derek OTR, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Really appreciate all you guys. See you guys in 2 weeks, or maybe in 2 days.
Maybe. Stay tuned. We'll let you know. Guys, it's been fantastic. Spence, get with your lovely wife and whatever you got going on tonight. Guys, have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy Broncos football this Sunday at home in Denver. Wherever you may be, watch it. We will see you in 2 weeks. Take care, guys. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never